Well, good evening and welcome to EBN TV tonight. My name is Sami Adika. Remember that in 2022, on a day like this, President William Ruto was sworn in and became the 5th president of the country. Well, a lot has happened within the first year in office and in occupying State House. Well, a section of Kenyans, or rather Kenyans, hold different opinions with regards to his leadership. But Kericho County Senator Samson Cherargei insists that President William Ruto has been able to achieve a lot more than what the 4 former presidents were able to achieve within the first year in office. Well, how true is his statement? Engage with us through our socials at EBN TV and at Sami Adika. Let's try to understand what's your opinion with regards to President William Ruto's leadership, and has he started achieving, or rather achieved, his promises? We shall be taking a look on that later on. But on September 13th, 2022, President William Ruto took the reins of power from his predecessor, Uhuru Kenyatta, at a stacked Kasarani Stadium. More stacked were campaign promises he had to fulfill within his time as president, more so within the first year. Amidst the high cost of living, the president's loyalists praise his stellar performance, with critics terming the 365 days a huge disappointment. While Victor Nzobeli reports on President William Ruto's leadership for the 12 months he has occupied State House.
Tuesday, 13th September 2022 at mid-morning, President William Ruto was handed the sword to symbolize the new commander-in-chief and 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. With it came the huge responsibility to run East Africa's largest economy and achieve his bottom-up economic transformation agenda. At the installation, the president delivered a colorful speech loaded with promises that sought to give hope to the vast numbers eaten by the high cost of living.
Stand here on my day one as president. I make a commitment that in the days ahead, I will make pronouncements that are going to better define the trajectory of my administration. I promise to make every Kenyan proud and to ensure the economic well-being of all of us.
The promises were heavily anchored on improving food production, boosting the micro, small and medium enterprise economy, and rolling out massive housing and settlement projects to create permanent jobs and bridge housing shortage. The Kenya Kwanza administration has managed to achieve some of its proposed plans, including the implementation of the Hustlers Fund. As of 10th May, more than 20 million Kenyans had borrowed 28.4 billion shillings across 41 million transactions. The government has also managed to roll out subsidized fertilizer at a cost of 2,500 shillings from the previous 6,500 shillings for a 50-kilogram bag of fertilizer. Subsequently, the government has digitalized government services through the eCitizen platform. One other fulfilled promise is the review and implementation of the competency-based curriculum, which saw the Presidential Working Party on Education Reforms submit the report to the head of state to stay the curriculum. The ruling party can also boast of restoring security in the north to some extent and granting police financial autonomy. The head of state has also embarked on a massive social housing program to construct affordable housing units. The government, however, has had its own fair share of failed promises. At the center is the failure to address the high cost of basic commodities like sugar, which gone up by 61.4%, beans by 27.9%, maize flour by 9.6%, and cooking oil by 18.5%. The government has also failed to caution Kenyans from the cost of fuel after doing away with the fuel subsidy. Furthermore, President William Ruto is yet to establish a quasi-judicial public inquiry on state capture, complete transfer of all devolved units to the counties, and realize the 2/3 gender rule within 12 months despite signing a women charter. The government is also yet to roll out the universal health coverage, which includes funding of chronic illnesses. The state has, however, drafted 4 bills that seek to anchor healthcare. Mixed opinions continue to greet Kenya Kwanza regime over Ruto's performance 1 year later, following a competitive contest that saw him beat Azimio's Raila Odinga for the top job.
Tumpongeze kwa makofi anapopokezwa katiba ya Jamhuri ya Kenya. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais.
Victor Enzobeli for Prime Edition, Nairobi.
Well, now Azimio leader Raila Odinga is scheduled to make a significant announcement regarding the ongoing bipartisan dialogue on Thursday morning. There are claims that President William Ruto's camp is obstructing the talks. During Tuesday's closed-door meeting, the team was also concerned with some Kenya Kwanza bigwigs who have been attacking the dialogue team and rubbishing some agenda. The meeting follows Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's demands that the audit of the 2022 presidential election results be removed from the committee's agenda.
The Azimio leader Raila Odinga held a meeting with the opposition's team of the National Dialogue Committee, which lasted over 4 hours. The slow pace of the talks was a concern, and the meeting was attended by top coalition officials, including NARC Kenya's Martha Karua, former Governor Wycliffe Oparanya, and former Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya, among others. The 5-member negotiations team led by Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and the 4 members of the technical team led by Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni were also present. The meeting also discussed Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's statements. The Deputy President, who has consistently dismissed the talks. The coalition has also planned another meeting on Friday, but it is unclear what the agenda will be. Reporting for EBN News, my name is Geoffrey Wanyoike.
Now taking a look on the Finance Act case that was ongoing earlier in the day. Petitioners in the Finance Act 2023 case have urged Justice David Majanja, Lawrence Muhambi and Christine Mioli to declare the Finance Act 2023 unconstitutional, null and void. Through their counsels, Otiende Amolo, Okongo Omogeni, Daniel Manzo and Busia Senator Okiya Mutata, the petitioners argue that the introduction of the housing levy that is in the Finance Act does not exist in law, as it purports to give powers to Kenya Revenue Authority, that is KRA, to collect deductions, which is unconstitutional. The petitioners also noted that 22 new provisions out of 84 were introduced into the House without public participation.
My Lord, the substratum of the petition and the submissions filed is that the Finance Act challenged here has various procedural and substantive instances of unconstitutionality. And cited instances of infractions of fundamental rights. My Lord, we will only highlight about 5 quickly because we submitted on most of them. Number 1, starting with the housing levy captured in Section 84 of the Act. It is our submission that this section purports to amend the Constitution. It purports to amend Schedule 4, Part 1, Part 2, Clause 8B, which exclusively gives the jurisdiction of housing to counties.
To involve the Senate in the consideration of the budget estimates and the Appropriation Act violated Article 249 Clause 3, and that voided the entire budget making process, not just the finance bill, the estimates, the Appropriation Act, and anything that was done under the budget process in the 2023-2024 budget cycle.
Well, we are waiting to see the outcome of that specific case right there. And as the country expects to receive, or rather to experience El Nino rains in the month of October, Kirinyaga County residents and leaders have called on the government to put in place necessary measures that will help reduce the effects of heavy rains. The residents have expressed fear of landslides, floods, and loss of properties, together with life which is associated with the heavy rains.
To the County Department of Environment, Water and Natural Resources. Proceed. Could the CC member inform the County Assembly through the respective department or committee mitigation measures of the department is planning to undertake, including stormwater management in Mwea, against adverse effect of El Nino phenomenon on its impact on rainfall in the country's climate during the October to December season, as included in the update by the Kenya Meteorological Department. Mr. Speaker, I raise to ask an ordinary question number 11 of 2023 to the County Department of Agriculture, Livestock, Veterinary and Fishery Department. Question 2. Could the CC member inform the County Assembly on the plans put in place by the department to support farmers in mitigating the negative effect of El Nino?
Now on matters security, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has issued a stern warning to Lamu County leaders to stop politicizing the county's security status. Speaking during the launch of Lamu East County Commissioner's Office, the Interior CS has assured the residents that the national government will deploy more security personnel to put to sleep the numerous attacks in the region. His visit comes barely 2 days after Al-Shabaab militants killed police officers using landmines.
Wananchi wengi hapa ni wapenda amani na mnaendelea kuwa watu wa kutii sheria. Hata kama kuna visa vya utovu wa usalama, ni kawaida katika kila jamii. Lazima kati ya watu 100 hapakosi mtu mmoja ambaye anafanya makosa. Sio hapa Lamu peke yake, sio Kenya pekee, hata nchi zingine. Hapa kosangi mtu mmoja wawili ambao anafanya uhalifu. Kwa hivyo mimi nawashukuru wananchi mlio wengi kwa kuwa watu wa kutii sheria na watu wa kufanya mambo kwa mujibu ya sheria ya nchi yetu. Sema na wauliza vile vile hapa Lamu kuna jamii ya siasa nyingi hatuingilii ambao zinaishi hapa kuvurugana kisiasa, na mmeishi kwa amani kwa miaka mingi kama vile viongozi wenu wamesema hapa, wale wameongea. Mimi nawashukuru na nawaomba muendelee na mshikamano na udugu na kuishi kwa amani. Haijalishi mtu anaongea lugha gani, haijalishi mtu ako dini gani, kwa sababu hayo ni mambo ya Mwenyezi Mungu. So I just want to encourage you to continue living in unity.
Well, and still in the coastal part of the country, Kilifi County residents are expected to receive better health services after the county governor, Gideon Mung'aro, launched Mutwapa Level 4 Hospital in an effort to improve health services in the county. Previously, Mutwapa residents depended on Mombasa County Hospital for health services. Kilifi County Health CEC Peter Mwagoro has noted that the county government has put in place necessary measures to better service delivery to its residents.
Inatoa tumaini jipya kwa mkazi wa eneo hili ambaye kwa muda mrefu amekuwa akipitia changamoto za kutafuta huduma za matibabu, kwa kulazimika kusafiri kwenda huko Mombasa au hospitali kuu ya Kilifi.
Kama alivyosema chief, sio majengo tu, lakini tunahakikisha kwamba wafanyakazi na huduma zote zinatolewa hapa ni huduma ambazo zinafikia kile kiwango tunachohitaji katika afya.
Bwana Governor, tunaomba kwamba tusiwaze tu emergency, lakini pia yapo ambayo yanatukula. Tunahitaji radiology, tunahitaji x-ray machines, tunahitaji scanner hapa. Tunashukuru ni kwamba shirika lipo limetufadhili. Tuna vyombo tumepewa, lakini hatuna majumba ya kuweka pale. Kwa hivyo tunaomba tukaweze.
Well, that right there marks the end of EBN Prime Edition tonight. We are cutting it short and crossing over to Nigeria for a live event. Many thanks for tuning in. But remember, we shall be right back tomorrow morning with the morning live, it being on a Thursday. To tell you about more, remember currently Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is in Colombia for a 4-day visit on matters coffee and also how the country can learn. Remember, Colombia is amongst the leading exporters of coffee in the world. Well, later on the president will be traveling to Cuba, where he will be representing President William Ruto in a meeting right there. Well, that and many more shall be coming to you tomorrow morning with Cynthia Nanjala on our morning live show. My name once again is Sami Adika. Until tomorrow, you have a lovely night.